Not really good at, all right. I'm at the American Society on Aging meeting. It's Saturday afternoon. I just came to a really interesting session and wanted to introduce somebody to the social work students. So please start out with just your name and where you are and a little bit about where you got your social work degree and then what you're up to.
Okay, my name is Dan Cohen. I live on Long Island in New York. I graduated from Adelphi University with my MSW with a focus on community organization.
All right.
What would you like?
And then I came to your session today, so tell me a little bit about what your session talked about.
6 years ago, I would hear on the radio that iPods were ubiquitous. Everybody's got them, right? But then I thought, well, if I'm old one day and I'm in a nursing home, let's see, I'd like to bring all my music with me and such. Is that possible? Are people doing that now? And so I did a search for nursing homes and iPods and came up with zero. 16,000 nursing homes, no iPods. I thought this doesn't really sound optimal. I said, okay, let me just try this out as a volunteer. And I approached my local county nursing home, large 600-bed facility. I said, I know music is already your number one activity. You have live music coming in. You have group things. You have 14 therapeutic rec therapists. But let's see if there's any value add to totally personalizing the music. And so they said, sure, you can try that. And I did that. I went in, I brought in some iPods, some little iPod shuffles, and I gave people the music that they wanted. But not only did that, I came back every 2 weeks with my laptop to hone the lists, to empower people to not just get used to what they're given or what sort of generally is what they like, but rather remove the stuff that's so-so and make every song a song that resonates with them. And it turns out that was really powerful. One of the first people who got it was someone who was really a retired librarian, school teacher, and she was very depressed because somebody she was very close to had just died. She was really in a stupor about it. So give it to her. So we did that, and that, like, just in a day or two, it just really, people noticeably, it was a gift to her because she really loved music, and very often when you get old, you get separated from music for a number of reasons. But it turned out, little did I realize, that music that's personally meaningful to people with dementia really can help them in a really big way. Musicians know this when they go and they entertain in your local nursing home, and everybody gets sort of awakened, but the secret guilt is they have to leave, they go home, and then they know there's that slide. And there's some interesting time and motion studies in nursing homes of residents, which shows that 90% of a resident's non-ADL time is spent idle. And to me, when you go into your local, not just nursing home, but even assisted living facility, which very often looks beautiful and they have a long list of programming activities, to me that's not how you measure quality of life. You look at, what's the average amount of time somebody's really involved. So it made, to me, a big opening here that to approach it and see if I could make some system change around this. The system change doesn't come easy, and it took a long time and a lot of volunteer time. But now, after 18 months, I found a small family foundation whose the head of that foundation's mother died of Alzheimer's, but the only thing that gave her satisfaction was music. The only thing that kept her kind of tolerable or able to maximize her own enjoyment. And so that's how we were able to put together a larger pilot project and to see how this worked on a larger scale with 200 iPods in 4 nursing homes. And so now it's in 50 nursing homes in 15 states in the U.S. and Canada.
In 18 months?
Well, it's grown, so 6 years ago I started.
Oh, that's right, sorry.
So it's been sort of now.
But still, even in 6 years.
And yes, no, that's, I've loved it, every minute of it. The goal, though, is to have this standard of care in long-term care residential facilities. There are 18,000 of them in U.S. and Canada, because we have some in Canada that have picked this up, and other people in other countries are starting to pick it up too. So it's kind of a no-brainer. It's a simple innovation, but change that is low cost or close to free is not easy. Because there's a change to just inertia of the system, especially something like it's a medical model, doesn't change easily. But as people see what's going on, and we have a documentary going, we're trying to just raise consciousness that way.
So you gave me your business card, but I didn't read it yet. So are you able to spend your time doing this?
I'm now working full-time, a full-time salary doing this, yes.
And did you have a background in music also?
No.
You're kidding me.
No background in music, just my wife, my girls, we all listen to iPods, and so, just as a point of enjoyment. So I just took I come from many years in the computer industry, so I started off at MSW at a time when jobs were short. And I worked really in technology, and so I put these, my techie social workness together to make this happen.
Wonderful.
And there's really great opportunity, actually, in terms of all the digital changes that are happening with tablets and cloud stuff and ease of use. It's when there's a lot of change, and there's a lot of opportunity, and I think it's a great time to be graduating from social work school, and to just dive right into this whole. A lot of people are very busy trying to apply the old models to the current situation, even technologically, but things are changing so fast that even what people were doing 2, 3, 4 years ago in terms of sort of proprietary systems and telehealth and medical enhancements, they don't really have it down. They don't have it scalable. They don't have it. It's good, but it's just too costly. I think it's really just a matter of taking a fresh look at what exists now, and then go after something if you want to, creating something.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate what you're doing. And did you mention in your talk that you've got a PBS documentary coming out?
Yes. The movie is called Alive Inside, and it really talks about this whole process of what we're doing and the benefits. And it's premiering in New York in April, and we don't have a date yet set with PBS, but we're still editing last minute. Once we have it done editing, then we're going to get a date, and so stay tuned.
Wonderful. Stay tuned. Thanks so much for your time.
Okay.